I always do this to myself, but I can't help it. I can't help it. Hey friend, is it possible to create an entire collection of art from paintings that I started years ago and never finished and make them cohesive, beautiful, and meaningful? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So a few years ago, in the fall of 2021, I started painting a whole bunch of new paintings. In fact, I had this idea that I would get a new fall collection out at the end of 2021. And that did not end up happening because I ended up moving. We moved our family to a new place, and my whole entire studio was packed up, put away, and then we moved to a new studio. I hadn't painted for about 2 years. And the paintings just stood in storage for a while, and now I've been pulling them out because I did want to finish what I had started 2 years ago. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them a new life, and I only have 3 weeks to do it. Here's where we're beginning, and we'll go from there. I like to lay them all out together and see what I'm working with. These obviously need a lot more work. This one is basically done here. Oh, thank you, buddy. And so this one is another one that's not finished. But I think if I can finish all of these, that would make a pretty well-rounded collection, even with the florals mixed in. So that's kind of where we're at, and I need to get to work painting. After going through the paintings and examining them and figuring out a game plan of what needs to be done in the next 3 weeks, I dedicated getting into the studio every single day for at least an hour. Sometimes it would be early in the morning, and sometimes I would be able to sneak in there during nap time. But mostly I painted after the boys went to bed very late. It's a new day. It's actually about midnight. I'm kind of a night owl. It's like 11 o'clock. It's midnight. Hello, hello. It's late at night. It is pretty dark. It's about midnight right now. Hey friend, I'm back in the studio. It's been a busy day today. I don't have a ton of time, and I am a mom of 3 boys, as you know, so it is hard to find time during the day. Anyway, I'm making the best of what I have, so I'm going to get what I can get done. I'm excited to paint immediately, starting right now. So I'm gonna get set up for that, and I'll see you soon. It was then when the world was quiet, and the only sounds were my music playing, my own humming, and the occasional ting of my paintbrush against my water cup. I could really focus my mind and go to that creative zone where creating beauty was my only goal. I'm gonna sign off for the evening, and then I will catch you later. Hopefully I'll be able to finish these very soon, and I feel very good about it so far. The painting looks a lot different than it did when you last saw it, and that's because I thought I had the camera turned on to film, and I did not. I just noticed that my phone died, so I don't have all of the footage from that painting. I'm still learning, I'm still struggling, I'm still making mistakes, of course, but anyway, I did want to talk about the transformation that this painting has taken. During that time that I didn't film, of course, I really struggled with this painting. I tried and tried to keep making it work in the way that it was going before. You'll see that there are a ton of details, lots of marks, lots of different colors, lots of things, and I just kept adding more and more and hoping that it would work out and just fix itself. And my painting intuition just wasn't clicking. It did not feel right, and it wasn't. And so I took a deep breath and a few steps back, and I realized that I needed to start over in a sense. And I just blocked in the trees again with just color. And I got rid of all the fluff that was distracting and pulling away from what I was wanting it to be. I had to break it down. I went on quite a journey with that one tree painting. I just keep thinking I need something else. I can't get it right. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't go through too many more changes that are drastic, because I'm on a time schedule here. So what you have here is me building it back up. Doing this, I honestly could have potentially ruined everything and had to scrap this piece and not use it. I've had to do that in the past. I've ruined so many paintings in my time as an artist. But I don't regret taking big risks with my paintings, because if I can get it to where it is feeling right, then I'm excited and I'm happy. And it honestly makes it even sweeter when I've struggled through a painting to get it where I want it to be. Sometimes you just need to trust the process. I added some texture to the trees, and it now stands out really well from the background. I think I'm going to leave this as is. I was able to get quite a bit of work done over the next few days, and more paintings were added to the finished pile. So I was really hopeful that I would finish all the paintings soon. This is actually the last time you're going to be seeing this painting, because I decided to not include it in this collection. I feel like even though it went through such a drastic transformation, it still just doesn't match the other pieces, and I do want a collection that is cohesive and each piece serves a purpose in the overall feeling of the collection, and I just didn't feel like this was the right piece for it. Hopefully down the line I'll be able to finish it and put it in another collection, but for now we'll just put it aside and say see you later. It definitely needs a ton of work as well, which is another reason that I think I'm going to hold off on putting this one in this fall collection. Watching this footage back is really exciting to me, because I'm remembering the drastic transformation that these florals went through. They started out very dark background, very orange flowers, not a very good composition. It was all wrong. And they went through quite the journey, and I can't wait for you to watch this footage and see how it turns out, because I love how it all came together in the end, and these florals are really near and dear to my heart now. I honestly never could have predicted from where it started to how it was going to end up, and that is so exciting to me. I just love it when a piece can surprise me and come to life in a new way that I never could have planned. So enjoy this transformation, and I will see you on the other side. You know, you always get kind of nervous, because sometimes when you're working late at night and then the next day you wake up and then you look at your work and you're like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? But this time it worked out okay. Okay, I'm sitting at my desk. I have all of the paintings in front of me that I think I'm going to include in the collection. And now is the fun part, because I get to see them all together and make sure they're cohesive, do some last minute things if I need to, and just kind of work through that. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm studying each piece, giving them a good looking over and making sure that they are finished and looking really good, and I'm making sure that they look good with their other pieces and that they are interacting well with each other, with the colors and the mood and the feeling. And here is the exact moment that I decide to do something that will impact my future self in a big way. Feeling optimistic right now that I can at least do one more for this collection. I don't know, but I think I'm going to try and get one more painting squeezed in. I always do this to myself, but I can't help it. I can't help it. So let's do it. Was last night Lana feeling very, very optimistic? Yes, she was. She was. And today Lana is a little bit pressed for time, but we're gonna do it. It's perfect time for me to get some work done. So wish me luck. During nap time the next day, I worked on this painting, and after about an hour of working and the baby woke up and everything, and I hadn't really made a whole bunch of progress, I realized just how much work still lay ahead of me and how little time I had left. But there was no turning back now. I had already decided to finish this painting, so the can of worms was already open, and I might as well ride the chaos train all the way to the station. I am definitely enjoying this process. I'm giving myself permission to experiment. I'm giving myself permission to make mistakes. We're gonna get going on these paintings and hopefully, definitely, going to have them finished tonight. I'm feeling a little frustrated right now because I'm just running out of time. I feel like I never have time to work on stuff. I've been painting basically every night after the kids go to bed, and I'm just running out of time. I'm hitting that point in the collection making process where I'm so close to being done, but nothing is just like coming together, and I just am running out of time. I have no time left. Anyway, I've been working really hard and I'm proud of myself for that, but oh man, it's hard because I just wanted to get it all done. And honestly, that's what happens with the creative process sometimes. It doesn't go smoothly every time. So, and especially with my process, sometimes that takes a while for a painting to come full circle into where I'm happy with it. Anyway, we're gonna get through it, but whew, it's rough. Painting does make me feel better though, so I'm gonna go get some painting therapy. I've been painting for about an hour and a half, so it's about 12:30 right now. I got a lot done. Feels good to just splash around in the paints sometimes. And I definitely feel better than I did earlier an hour ago. Okay, so in the morning or sometime in the future, I will be updating you on all of the pieces together. We'll spread them all out. We'll get a good look at the whole collection together and make final decisions. Then I'm excited to see everything together in the daylight. It's hard in the nighttime sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to bed. One of my favorite parts of creating a new collection is hanging them all up together on the wall. And in my case, this is a Murphy bed / desk. And I love to see how they interact with each other and how everything feels together as a whole. It is so satisfying to see them all hung up together for the very first time. Look how happy I am. I'm so happy. I really thought that I had the final lineup and I was finished. I was relieved and thrilled with how it was looking. But in true to self fashion, I decided to add one more painting to the mix for an even 12. So here I am the next day, hanging up all 12 paintings for the official final collection. The new piece that I chose to add is, you may recognize it from my last video, which I'll link here if you haven't seen it, but this painting was catalyst in my painting journey recently because it's the first thing that I painted after my nearly 2-year break from painting. It feels really fitting that this painting should have a place in this collection. Each painting deserves a special moment, so let's get everything set up for some photography. This is such a fun day. So I've got them stacked up here underneath books to flatten them out. I've had them here for a few days to get them nice and flat. So let's pull them all out and let's see what we're working with. And what I'm going to do is get this poster board, I'll put up here, and then we'll take some photos. And there you have it, my friend. The new fall collection, Cadence, is ready to go out into the world. I've named it Cadence because I often am reminded to slow down and to not rush things. And the best way that I know to find peace when things are hard and when I'm struggling is to go out into nature and just breathe deep and listen to the sounds and feel the nature around me, and to help me get grounded. And I think about the pace that nature goes by all the time, and it just goes by its own pace. And I think we should try to do the same and not worry too much about what others are accomplishing or finishing or doing, but we can go at our own pace and feel our own type of accomplishment. I am so happy that all the paintings are complete. I feel so much weight lifting off my shoulders, and I feel ready to release these paintings into the world. And I know that those late nights and the struggles were worth it in the end, because I can share a little bit of my heart with you. And I can't wait to see where these paintings end up. It's my hope that they serve as a reminder to go at your own pace and your own cadence. I wanted to share a poem I wrote, and we'll end there. In and out and down, nature breathes a rhythm with the night, with the light. In and around and through, nature follows patterns, creates beauty, creates peace at its own cadence. And so should we. So should we. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. It has been quite the journey, and I'm so honored that you've chosen to spend your time with me. And I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon.